Greater Mekong sub-region is an emerging land where the majority are developing economies and opportunities to develop can be arise. In this study, we concentrated in the exercise behavior of children in these vast and remote areas.
In GMS, there are 146 million people aged below 24. Of this number, statistics reveal that 15 million, or only 26% of people aged between 11 to 25 years old in Thailand do regular exercise, meaning 74% still lack of exercise. Statistics on other economies are unclear. However, it's been widely accepted that the overall health status of the children in GMS is relatively poor, and exercising is not regarded as the important agenda of this sub-region.
Promoting exercise in countries with poor economical and well-being conditions is challenging because insufficient resources are usually allocated to fulfill basic needs first. Exercising is the problem people overlook and neglected. Like other social problems, this problem is wicked. It is complicated and difficult to solve due to its interdependencies to other social dimensions. However, based on findings from this study, we insist that number 1, physical exercise is needed and is worth promoted, and number 2, there are rooms for policy to promote physical exercise to strengthen the health of the people in GMS, particularly to a group of children and youth.
Direct benefits that exercise would give to children are physical and mental development. Many studies confirm that regular exercise helps to reduce chance of non-communicable diseases. Among them are mentioned as followed. First, exercise makes your lungs and heart stronger as well as increases energy and physical endurance. Second, it strengthens and stretches muscles altogether with increases bone density and treating muscular dystrophy, the condition of progressive weakening and wasting of muscles that more than 25,000 people from Thailand, Laos, and Vietnam suffer from. Third, it reduces high blood pressure and blood cholesterol. Fourth, it reduces obesity as it increases people's total energy expenditure and burn the calories. Thailand and Vietnam are the two countries that have huge number of children and adolescents having obesity. The obesity rate in Thai children is about 9% and keep increasing every year. At the same time, about 1.2 million children suffer from obesity in Vietnam. Fifth, regular exercise improves blood glucose control and prevents or delay type 2 diabetes, which will soon become a major problem among Southeast Asians. The forecast is that within 10 years, it is likely that type 2 diabetes will be the predominant in many countries.
Exercise also improves emotional well-being. It releases beta-endorphin and serotonin, which are hormones associated with feelings of well-being, heightening appetite, and lessening mental depression. Moreover, exercise can also boost children's IQ and preserve it through old age. Vietnam and Thailand are the countries that have the highest number of children IQ below average of 100. 27% of Vietnam and 15% of Thai children have IQ lower than 80. Indirect benefits of exercise are drug prevention and social skill improvement. Patterns of drug abuse among teens suggest that physical activities can strengthen resistance to addiction. Burma is a country that has severe drug problems. In a village near the rocky banks of Ilavadi River, community leaders offer shockingly high estimates that every family has these drug problems. I think 65% or 70% of young people are using drugs.
Another characteristic of a wicked problem is that the solution is defined according to the way the problem is framed, and different people have different frames for understanding the problem. Here, we frame the problem with 4 levels of barriers which prevent children from proper exercise. First, intrapersonal barriers such as fear of being teased about weight comes from children themselves. Weight is used to be a measurement for the result of exercise, when in fact, change in weight depends on many factors apart from exercise. Only exercising will not reduce one's weight effectively. Another example is addictive activities such as online gaming, which is primarily dominant in Vietnam, where they are the biggest online gaming market in Asia, and social media. Internet shops are crowded with kids and teenagers until 3 a.m., even though the regulated close time is 10 p.m. In Thailand, 3 million children are addicted to online gaming, and another 3 million are addicted to social media. Second, Interpersonal barriers such as staying with friends and family who are inactive leads to lack of motivation and support. Third, institutional barriers like the education system straps kids with an overabundance of work, and while mainly focusing on GPA, children rarely have time to exercise. And fourth, environmental barriers such as poor weather, particularly hot and humid climates in GMS countries, may cause children to stray away from exercising and into other activities that do not revolve around the weather.
It's clear that to promote physical exercise among children, three levels must be in concern. The kids themselves, changing attitude is needed to help them stepping across the mental barrier and exposed to exercise. Family has their roles in supporting their children in raising awareness of health, and the government has to invest in facilities to facilitate exercise, such as public park and recreation center.